Trey Savage's 9 strikeouts last night are the most by a Blue Jays pitcher making his major league debut. After the game last evening, we made a mistake by omitting Paxton Schultz's name from this list. Sportsnet regrets the error. It is time for the big board presented by Bet365. Clearly, starting Savage was not done in error last night. Here is Blake Murphy for the forensic analysis. My goodness.
Yeah, here's the deep forensic analysis. That was awesome. That was unbelievable. And we don't need the deep data stuff to appreciate that start. But now we have access to it. And it's fun having talked about this coming over the course of the season. Last week on Jays Talk Plus, Julia Kreutz and I spoke to Riley Terada of the Bisons, who had been in the box against Trey Savage throughout the year. And what he told me is that what makes that high release point so difficult is that it looks from there like the ball's going to go down and into the dirt. But because Savage gets so much rise on his fastball, that backspin that keeps it up in the zone, it really tricks your eyes. And what that means is that visually, you have to cover a wider vertical plane because you think it's going to be in the dirt and it could be up high in the zone. Now, we saw great results from that. We can measure it. The release point was higher than any pitcher in baseball this year, except for when position players were pitching and they just kind of lob it in there. The rise on his fastball, the induced vertical break of 20 inches on average, is the 5th highest in the league. And what that means is where his fastball goes relative to expectation is different than almost anyone in the league. He got a ton of swing and miss, obviously. This is the fastball, and Jamie, it wasn't even the headline item. The splitter was the headline item. He generated 11 swing and miss with that splitter, did a great job keeping it below the zone to righties, keeping it low and away to lefties. That's a pitch that'll help him stay split neutral. And he has that slider that he can mix in that has unconventional break to his arm side. Most sliders break a little bit to the glove side. So you look at this whole package, and that is a swing and miss night that no Blue Jay has done, no rookie has done this year. It's really fascinating stuff. And that splitter alone is up there ahead of Brandon Little's knuckle curve, Fernando Cruz's splitter for small sample, but the best swing and miss pitch in baseball in that tiny sample.
So as this first rounder was dominating, I turned my attention to another monitor. A former Blue Jays first rounder clears the bases with a double against the Yankees. I speak of Austin Martin, and I'm thinking to myself, this is somewhat magical. You saw the magic number at the start of Blue Jays Central. Can you explain? Because there are people who don't quite understand what it means.
Yes, the magic is not Austin Martin and Simeon Woods Richardson contributing to the Blue Jays World Series run. What the magic number means is it's the combination of Jays wins and losses from the team that's chasing them for the Jays to clinch. So to make the postseason, the Jays just have to get 4 more wins, or Cleveland and Texas lose 4 times, or any combination of that. That's pretty much a certainty here. So let's focus on that Yankees side there to lock up the American League East. What a magic number of 7 means is if the Jays go 7-5, the Yankees cannot win the division. If the Jays go 6-6, the Yankees have to win out from here. 12-0. Jamie, your favorite guy, Cam Schlittler, is on the mound for them tonight. That's a lot of pressure that you have to go 12-0 just to catch the Jays if they go 500 from here. And if the Jays went winless, the Yankees would still have to play 500 ball. The Red Sox are a bit of a factor in there as well, but the Jays have 3 against them next week and can take care of their own business. And the most fascinating part of this is there's still reason to watch the scoreboard even after the Blue Jays clinch, because they could be on a side of the bracket with Boston and the Yankees. Houston and Seattle are still very close. All of those teams are close. So there'll be a lot to watch for there. But the headline item here is when you're looking at getting starters extra rest, when you're looking at taking patience with Bo Bichette coming back from injury and things like that, the Blue Jays have a chance this week or in that Red Sox series to lock everything down and head into that final series just getting ready for the ALDS.
Selfishly, I want them to clinch the division at home, and I don't feel like Schlittler saying so. Our thanks to you. That is Blake Murphy, and that is The Big Board, presented by Bet365. Whatever the moment,